In this video, we are taking an in-depth look at the FiiO FD5, their dynamic driver flagship earphone. It's priced at $320 and comes with a lot of things of its own. The modular cable, you guys can switch these plugs. That's a neat feature, to be precise. I really like that feature. There isn't anything available in the market at this price range for sure. There are adapters available, cable with adapters, but there aren't anything that has switchable things. These are really neat features. You really do not need to buy separate cable to go balanced, and that's a very good feature, to be precise. Now, yes, the FiiO FD5 has another thing to it. It has a extra nozzle to it. Okay, we'll look into that. This is the left side. This nozzle too can be exchanged with this narrow bore nozzle. Now these narrow bore nozzles are only good if you feel that the FD5 has a lot of treble energy for you. These tend to kill the treble, and they make the bass boomy, which is kind of fairly less desirable. That this narrow bore nozzle make the FD5 much less desirable. I really do not feel like recommending these narrow bore nozzles to anyone at all. These narrow bore nozzles are only good for those who are really sensitive to treble region, and even with the wide bore nozzle, the FD5 pumps out very good amount of bass. There isn't anything one should be complaining about. Until unless you want lots and lots of sub bass, there isn't a single thing one should be complaining about. They say it has a open back kind of design, but I really do not see anything really open about it. They say that these things are open back, but I really cannot see anything inside this, so that's a different story there. Doesn't matter. This has a good stage and everything, and the build quality is excellent. This is made out of metal. Let me show you the drivers if I can I? No, I really do not think that I can. Let's see if that is a possibility here. Can I show you? Yeah, that's this one in the middle. This one in the middle is the driver. Okay, there's the driver board. This is a fairly interesting setup, no doubt about that. It's not pouring into the nozzle, but it's slightly tilted, to be precise. It still is very good. This is the vent, breathable vent for the, if this is the open back, it really beats me why it need a vent. Yeah, you really need to compensate for a few things, but then again, if it's an open back, that should in reality serve as a vent. That's okay. People have different theories about different things. The cable, let's look at the cable. The cable is good. I won't say the cable is bad at all. This is a very good cable. Very good cable, but this is slightly on the stiffer side. I really do not feel that this is a very supple cable. It's good, no doubt about that. It's strong. It feels good in the hand. It's slightly on the heavier side too, but if it were a bit more supple, like the DM8 cable or the 3DT cable that I'll be comparing it with very soon, it should have been better with a slightly more supple cable. It comes with a lot of tips. I prefer the vocal ones because it has plenty of bass. It is slightly V-shaped, and bringing out a bit more vocals should be our focus too, because yeah, it has plenty of bass, plenty of treble energy, and The vocals are slightly marginally pushed back, and I feel that yeah, those vocal tips are really doing the job. I'm using a slightly different kind of tips that I really feel that is doing very well with the FD5. If you guys will see, this is a slightly wider bore. Come on, focus. Slightly wider bore and thicker core. It's good. This tape I'm using, I do not remember where it came from. It's a generic kind of tape, nothing special about it. I'm using that. Now moving on to the sound quality, I'll have to say that the single dynamic driver, 12 dynamic driver, beryllium coated dynamic driver of the FD5 is excellent, mind blowing. It really outperforms the 3 dynamic driver loaded UM3DT by some margin. At some places, at some region, it really outperforms the 3DT. Let me tell you where the 3DT takes the advantage. Starting with the bass, the 3DT is a very good sounding earphone. There is no complaint about that. This is not a bad sounding earphone by any stretch of imagination, but it has two dynamic drivers for the low end, and it really does not feel like that. I really feel that there wasn't any necessity to go with 2 dynamic drivers, but yeah, it has 2. It doesn't make that kind of impact. It does not have that kind of volume or that kind of energy to it. It's good. It's good. I won't say it's bad. It's good. The only advantage I see here is that it has slightly better sub bass rumble. It has slightly better energy at the sub bass region. It really feels a bit more rumbly, a bit more voluminous at the sub bass region when compared to the FD5. FD5 is very good with the sub bass too, but it is slightly less, marginally less rumbly. It feels a few dB lesser forward than the 3DT sub bass. Now moving on to the overall bass, 3DT is smaller. It does not have that kind of volume, that kind of energy, that kind of power to it. The punch is slightly smaller. This one is bigger punch, bigger slam. Everything about the FD5, everything else on the FD5 is better. It has similar texture. The only place where I feel the 3DT and FD5 are similar is with the decay speed. Both are similar. I will not say that anything is faster or anything is slower. Yeah, the 3DT is shows slightly faster decay, but that might be because it has smaller body. It feels like it is faster, but it isn't in reality. It does not matter at this point of time, but both have similar textures, similar feel, similar notes, note depth. But this one is slightly, FD5 is slightly marginally better micro details, and that's it. When it comes to the low end, I really do not feel that anything is any of these two is ahead of each other. This one is slightly better sub bass and does very well, is a bit more balanced, slightly more balanced than the FD5, which is a bit more aggressive, bit more energetic, bit more punchier. If you want your bass punchier, fuller, full bodied, you will like the FD5. There isn't anything wrong with the FD5 or 3DT at all. Now moving on to the mid region, let's start with vocals. That's a point where I feel the FD5 is slightly lacking. The 3DT has marvelous cleanliness. It has that poise, it has that tranquility, it has that kind of peace in it. It really feels peaceful. It does not try to stretch. It does not have that kind of agitation. It does not feel agitated at all. Everything is very good. There's very good amount of texture. The throatiness is there. You really do not feel that there is a bit of tilt anywhere. These are slightly let's make that clear that this is slightly cold and cold sounding IEMs, but still then these are very good with texture and details and stuff. Where do the FD5 pull ahead? It pulls ahead with the micro details and instruments. This sound excellent with instruments, and micro details are better than the 3DT. 3DT is similarly priced $350, but this one has better micro details. It has better energy, better transparency, and I feel that yeah, this is the deal. This is very good. Now, where do the 3DT goes wrong? It goes wrong with the upper mid region. Uh, it has some unnecessary amount of energy at the upper mid region, which makes it sound a bit difficult to judge, a bit difficult to perceive for some. I can understand that, because yeah, that upper mid hump extends till the lower treble region, and that's really confusing. It does not have enough control. It has that slightly tingly flavor there, where the FD5 has better control at the lower treble, upper mid region. It has better control, better, I'll say, notes, energy. The sharpness is slightly better here. It has the bite, but it does not have that kind of aggression. That's the good thing about the FB5. And moving on to the treble region, that's where the 3DT is bad at. It does not have enough treble extension. It is good. It is good at best. There isn't enough treble extension. The extension is lacking. It really do not feel complete down there. It does not have that kind of sparkle, that kind of energy in there. Till the depth, yeah, the extension is not exactly there. It is average at best, but I will not recommend someone looking for treble. I will not recommend the 3DT for someone who wants excellent treble extension, and that's where the FD5 comes in. It has excellent treble extension, very good energy. It does not have any kind of early roll off. It goes deep into the spectrum, and it feels much more complete down there. In the treble region, it feels very complete. The single dynamic driver here outplays the three dynamic driver 3DT by some margin for sure. It is a complete earphone. There isn't anything that one can pick and say, yeah, this is not good. No, that's not the case with the FD5. It is good at everything it does. Even with the stage, it has slightly better depth than the 3DT. 3DT is good, no doubt about that. But this one is better. Even with the stage expansion in every direction, this is better than the 3DT. 3DT is still is good. It has similar height and width, but this one slightly wider, better depth. It feels excellent and has excellent set of accessories with it too. And if you compare this cable look better than this one, but this one is lighter, this one is more supple and is fairly good too. This one is not bad at all. So which one do I recommend? I'll recommend both of these earphones. There isn't anything bad with any of these two earphones. Both are very good, but it really comes down to what you are looking for. If you are okay with good extension, slightly more energy, or if you are okay with upper mid energy, upper mid, this one has some upper mid temper, but if you are okay with upper mid temper, you do not want treble, then this is very good. Both are similar with bass. I'll have to say both are very good with the bass. There isn't anything big between these two when it comes to bass. This one is slightly good with the vocal region. The transparency and clarity feels slightly ahead, but this one has better instrumentation. With the vocal region, this is for vocal, this is for instruments, and this one comes with these things. This does not. That's if you want a all-rounder earphone, FIO FD5. You do not need to think twice. FIO FD5 is the one to get. This one is a complete earphone. You really do not need to bother about anything. It has tips that can change a few dBs of the spectrum, and that makes a difference. It is very good. For $320, this is the earphone to get. There is no doubts about that. This is the earphone to get for $320. If you are spending around $300, get the FIO FD5. Thank you for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Enjoy.